Hi everybody, it's Stacy back with another video. How's everybody doing today? So, let me ask you a question. How do you like cabbage? I love cabbage. Today is Tuesday, and I just got home from work, and I don't feel like chopping up a big head of cabbage. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a nice shortcut that you and your family can enjoy some cabbage on the weekday without a whole lot of work. You ready? Let's go. So here are the ingredients for the cabbage that we're going to make today. We're going to need 2 bags of shredded classic coleslaw, any brand, some garlic powder, some adobo, some black pepper, and 2 packets of sazon, 5 slices of bacon. Okay, so the first step is to take 5 slices of bacon and chop them up and fry them. You can use any kind of bacon that you want, but I used Jimmy Dean. And so I cut them up, and now I'm frying them. And when they're done frying, then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. And so I've put a top on the bacon because I do not want the juice from the bacon to burn out, because that's the juice that we're going to use for our cabbage. So for me, cabbage is like a Sunday feel kind of dish. And in that it takes a lot of work cutting up a whole head of cabbage. And so if you ever want to get a Sunday feel without the Sunday work, you can use this method that I'm going to show you. And no one's going to know the difference. It's just a really good hack if you want to have some cabbage in the middle of the week. So I've used pork bacon. There's another way that you could make this if you don't eat pork. There's something called pork seasoning by Sazon, and I'll show it to you in a little while, by GOYA I should say. And if you use 2 packages of this seasoning that I'm going to show you, as opposed to the bacon, you will still obtain that same smoky taste if you want the smoky taste without having the bacon. But for us, we eat bacon, we like pork, and so we're going to make the cabbage just this way. Okay, I'm back. So now the bacon is cooking, and it's just about done, and it should look like this. You really want that oil in the bottom of the pan. This is what you're going to need in order to successfully cook your cabbage. So now I'm going to turn the heat down low, and I'm going to begin to add the cabbage. Now I've already washed the cabbage, and I'm going to start putting it into the pan. So now with this, you can get any store-bought brand, of, it's going to be called coleslaw mix, but it's going to have shredded cabbage and carrots in it. And this is what I use. And a lot of people don't know this, but cabbage makes its own water, so you're not going to need any water or chicken broth. So along with the oil from the bacon and the cabbage, the natural juice within the cabbage, you're not going to need any water for this recipe. And now for the seasoning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tablespoon of garlic powder, I'm going to use a tablespoon of adobo all-purpose with black pepper, and I'm going to use a half a tablespoon of black pepper. being that the adobo already has it in there, I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just going to use a half a tablespoon. And I'm going to use my Sazon seasoning that I love. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about this seasoning, but once again, it's your meal, your choice. Whatever seasonings that you like to season your food with, those are the seasonings that you use. But these are the seasonings that we like, so these are the seasonings that I'll be using today. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm just mixing around the seasoning, but I'm not manipulating the bacon and the oil on the bottom just yet. I'm gonna put the top on, I'm gonna turn it down low, and I'm gonna let it cook down some, and then I'm gonna come back and manipulate the entire pot. Okay, we're back. So now remember the seasoning I was telling you about? This is the name of it. It's called GOYA Ham Flavored Concentrate. And basically what this is, it's the equivalent of putting bacon in something. You'll get that same smoky taste. If you don't want to use pork, but you still want that taste, you can use 2 of these and accomplish the same thing. So, but today I'm using pork, so I'm not going to use this. So now, as you can see, the condensation is in around the pot top. That means that the cabbage is sweating. And all that means is that the natural water that I told you about that's in the cabbage is starting to come out. So now we're going to uncover this. And I'm going to stir it. I'm going to manipulate it. I am going to get all of the oil and the juice at the bottom and the bacon, and I'm going to stir it all in together. I'm going to give it one big good stir. And then we're going to let the top go back on it, and it's going to cook down. This is such an easy recipe that you can do any day of the week, and it's hard to get this wrong. Whatever seasonings you want to use, you may use. If you want to use bacon, use the bacon. If you don't want to use the bacon, don't use the bacon. If you still want that smoky taste, this is a wonderful idea, but if you don't like it like that, you don't have to do it. I just wanted to show you a really basic, simple way to get some really good cabbage on the weekday without really busting a sweat, okay? Okay, so now I'm just gonna stir it to make sure it's all in, all combined. And keep in mind, I'm not putting any water in here. I'm not putting any chicken broth in here. This cabbage is gonna cook strictly on the strength of its own juice and the little bit of oil from the 5 slices of bacon. So now I got it all stirred around. We're gonna put the top back on, and we're gonna let it go for about a good 40 minutes. And I'll be back and we'll see what we came up with. Okay, so now this is about the 10-minute mark, and I just wanted to show you all of the water that the cabbage and the bacon is making on its own. And this is why you don't have to put any water in it. So I just wanted to show you this. Now I'm going to cover it back up and let it finish doing its thing. Okay, we're back, and voila, it's done. It's done. Now I know I said 40 minutes, but it was more like 30 minutes. So this is the end result. Nice, delicious cabbage on a Tuesday with minimal work. Your family is sure to enjoy it. You are sure to enjoy it. And if you don't want to, you don't even have to tell anybody that you used bad coleslaw. There's no difference. It's delicious. So if you've liked this video, please like, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you try this recipe, and if you do, let me know in the comments how it came out. And if there's anything that you would do differently, let me know as well. I always love to hear the way people do things. But this is a nice, simple, easy, beginner recipe, and the end result is wonderful for you and your family. Thank you, and have a great day, and I'll see you soon.